To the Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a strong team finds exactly what was missing to become unstoppable? The Golden State Warriors seem to be on the verge of that transformation. After a season full of ups and downs, the team has finally found its rhythm, recording 11 wins and only 2 losses. But the most surprising detail? With Jimmy Butler on the court, that number gets even better, 11 wins and just 1 loss. The shift in mentality is evident. What once seemed like a team lost in the playoff race is now seen as a serious contender for the Western Conference title. But this story takes an even more intriguing turn. Jonathan Kuminga is back. Kuminga's impact, the Warriors' X factor? After more than 2 months sidelined due to an ankle injury, Kuminga is ready to return to action. But will he be able to regain his best form right away? Or will he need time to find his rhythm? Coach Steve Kerr has already outlined a plan to reintegrate him without disrupting the team's chemistry, and it makes perfect sense. With Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler playing at a high level, the Warriors cannot afford to destabilize a team that is finally clicking. However, if Kuminga can fit in quickly, the Warriors could become unstoppable on both ends of the floor. Additionally, his return could take some of the burden off Curry's shoulders, allowing him to focus more on leadership and defense without having to carry the team alone. But there's a crucial factor. How will Curry use him? If managed well, Kuminga could be the X factor in the playoffs. But if his return is rushed, the team might lose its balance. Now the question is, will Kuminga be the missing piece for the Warriors to contend for the title? Leave your opinion in the comments. The last piece of the puzzle. Do the Warriors need a dominant center? If Kuminga's return is already a major boost, imagine this team getting even stronger with a dominant center in the paint. That's exactly why the Warriors are eyeing Jakob Poeltl from the Toronto Raptors. The recent 115-110 win over the Detroit Pistons secured the 6th seed in the West with a 36-28 record, but it also exposed a potentially fatal flaw in the playoffs, the lack of physical presence in the paint. During the game, Jalen Duren dominated the rebounds, exposing a concerning weakness. Now, imagine facing Nikola Jokic or Anthony Davis in the playoffs without a high-impact center. Why would Jakob Poeltl be the perfect solution? Poeltl has been one of the most consistent centers in the NBA, and his arrival would solve several problems for the Warriors. Besides being an excellent defender, he would add a new dimension to the offense, creating a dangerous pick-and-roll with Curry and securing more second-chance points with his rebounding. But to acquire him, the Warriors would have to give up some pieces. According to Greg Swartz of Bleacher Report, the front office is already considering a potential trade package involving Moses Moody and Buddy Hield. Here's the dilemma. Is it worth sacrificing Moody's future to strengthen the team now? Moody has great potential to develop within the Warriors system, but if the goal is to win this season, betting on Poeltl might be the right move. What would you do? Should the Warriors go all in on this trade or trust the current roster? Leave your opinion in the comments. With Kuminga's return and the possibility of adding Poeltl, the Warriors have a chance to build an extremely competitive team. But more than any trade or reinforcement, the key to success will be maintaining team chemistry and balance. If Steve Kerr can integrate Kuminga without disrupting the team's rhythm, and the front office finds a way to strengthen the front court without compromising the roster too much, the Warriors could become nearly unbeatable in the playoffs. Now I want to hear from you. Would this potential lineup, Curry, Butler, Green, Kuminga, and Poeltl, be enough to take on the Nuggets, Timberwolves, and Thunder in the playoffs? The balance between talent, strategy, and teamwork will be the key to reaching the top of the West. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe to the Warriors News Fan Update channel so you don't miss any updates about the team. Stay tuned because in the next few hours, we'll bring more news about possible moves before the final stretch of the season. The potential addition of Jakob Poeltl and the return of Jonathan Kuminga create a new challenge for Steve Kerr. How can he fit all these pieces together without compromising the team's chemistry? Historically, the Warriors have always relied on a system based on ball movement, spacing, and solid defense. But with Jimmy Butler on the roster, the team has already started adapting to a more physical, half-court focused style. The arrival of a dominant center like Poeltl would only accelerate this transformation. The big question is Kerr willing to adjust his rotation to give more minutes to a traditional center? This could mean less small ball and a more balanced playing style that combines speed with paint control. If that happens, the Warriors could become even more dangerous. Imagine this scenario. Stephen Curry remains the team's offensive engine, but without having to carry as much of the scoring load. Jimmy Butler continues his role as the defensive leader and clutch scorer. Draymond Green takes on an even greater role as a facilitator, ensuring the ball keeps moving efficiently. Jonathan Kuminga brings explosiveness and versatility, adding a new dynamic to the team. Jakob Poeltl protects the rim, grabs rebounds, and provides more options for half-court plays. If Kerr can balance this lineup and get the best out of each player, the Warriors will have one of the most complete lineups in the NBA. But of course, everything depends on the front office's moves and Kuminga's full recovery. Do the Warriors really need a center? Or should they stick to small ball? Despite the excitement around a possible Poeltl acquisition, the Warriors' playing philosophy has always been based on speed, spacing, and collective defense. The death lineup that revolutionized the NBA never relied on a traditional big man dominating the paint. So, do the Warriors really need to change their identity? Or should Kerr trust small ball with Green, Kuminga, and Butler rotating in the more physical positions? In recent years, teams like the Denver Nuggets and Milwaukee Bucks have proven that having a dominant center can be the key to winning a championship. But the Warriors are different. They have already shown that they can win without relying on a big man in the paint. If the front office decides not to invest in a center like Poeltl, the solution might come from within the roster. Tracy Jackson-Davis and even Dario Saric could receive more minutes to fill that gap. But the question remains, should the Warriors stay true to their style or adapt to the new reality of the NBA? Leave your opinion in the comments. With or without Jakob Poeltl, the real game changer for the Warriors could be the return of Jonathan Kuminga. Before his injury, he was playing the best basketball of his career, showing significant offensive and defensive improvement. If he can maintain that level and become a consistent playoff performer, Golden State will have a secret weapon to surprise the West. And that brings us to an even bolder thought. Could Kuminga be the future of the franchise? Many fans believe he could be the next Warriors star after Curry. But for that to happen, he needs to prove he can play a key role alongside the veterans. Kuminga's return is his defining moment to show if he can be the next big name for Golden State. With Kuminga returning and possible moves in the market, the Warriors have a unique opportunity to solidify their position as contenders in the West. Now, it all depends on the front office's decisions and how Steve Kerr will manage these changes. Will the franchise bet on the current roster or make a big trade to strengthen the paint? One thing is certain, the final stretch of the season promises big emotions for Warriors fans. Now it's up to you. Should the Warriors bet on the current team or go all in for Jakob Poeltl? Leave your comment and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Warriors News Fan Update for more team updates. Stay tuned, as we'll bring exclusive updates on team moves and upcoming playoff challenges.